These are the only exercises you truly need to stay strong, even after the age of 50. Have you ever noticed how time seems to speed up once we pass 50? The body starts responding differently. Strength doesn't feel the same. Our breath shortens. Muscles begin to lose their firmness and don't respond as quickly. Even if the mind remains sharp, the real danger lies in something else entirely: acceptance. We start to believe that this decline is just the natural course of aging, that there's nothing to be done, no way to change it. And it is in this quiet, passive resignation that the true enemy hides. Because once we accept the idea that it's normal to lose strength, mobility, and endurance, we unconsciously stop taking the steps that could actually reverse this process. And yes, it is reversible. That's the most important message here. You can regain strength, restore vitality, and even rebuild confidence by performing just a few simple exercises. You don't need a gym membership, expensive machines, or a complicated program. Everything is adaptable to your current physical condition, even if you've never exercised before. Today, I'm not only going to show you 3 powerful exercises that form the foundation of lifelong strength, but I'll also explain how to adapt each one to your current level, how to progress gradually and safely, and how to integrate them into a full weekly routine that can change your life. But before we begin, I'd love to know more about you. Please take a moment to comment your name and the city you're watching from. This helps us build a stronger community here on Senior Wellness, where we're all committed to staying active, strong, and independent as we age. Now let's get into the exercises. Let's start with exercise 3, push-ups. You might be thinking, oh no, push-ups again, isn't that too difficult? Or perhaps that's just another typical exercise. But trust me, few movements in the long history of physical training match the effectiveness and versatility of the classic push-up. This time-tested exercise remains one of the most efficient ways to strengthen the upper body using nothing but your own body weight. The push-up primarily targets the chest, triceps, and shoulders muscles that are essential for nearly every arm movement we perform in daily life. Whether you're pushing a shopping cart, lifting a heavy pan, or trying to get up off the ground after a fall, these are the muscles doing the work. But that's not all. Push-ups also engage your core, that vital group of muscles that includes the abdomen, lower back, and even the glutes. A strong core is critical for good posture, reduced back pain, and overall balance and stability, which is especially important after 50. The standard form is quite straightforward. You place your hands and feet on the floor, maintain a straight body like a board, and bend and straighten your elbows. It seems simple, but within this simplicity lies a world of subtle adjustments that make all the difference in performance and safety. Let's talk about adaptations, which is absolutely essential for anyone starting or restarting physical activity after the age of 50. A traditional push-up done with your body fully extended, supported only on your hands and feet, can be very challenging at first. And that's absolutely okay. There's no shame in starting small. In fact, true wisdom lies in recognizing and respecting your current ability, then gradually building up from there. For beginners, I recommend starting with wall push-ups. Stand about an arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height. Now slowly bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall, then push back to the starting position. This simple movement engages the same muscles as the standard push-up, but with much less strain. It's the perfect starting point for building initial strength and, more importantly, learning the correct movement pattern. As this version becomes easier, and it will faster than you might expect, you can progress to the inclined push-up. In this variation, instead of using the wall, you place your hands on a stable surface, like a table countertop or the back of a sturdy sofa. The mechanics are the same: keep your body straight, bend the elbows, and push back. The lower the surface, the more challenging the exercise becomes. Eventually, you may be ready for knee-supported push-ups, a great transition step before advancing to the traditional push-up. With your knees on the ground and body straight from head to knees, you still target the upper body and core, effectively, but with less weight to manage. When the traditional push-up finally becomes part of your regular routine and starts to feel easy, you can challenge yourself with the decline push-up, where your feet are elevated on a step or bench. This variation shifts more body weight onto your upper body, intensifying the work done by your chest and shoulders. But regardless of which variation you choose, proper technique is absolutely essential. There are a few universal rules that apply to all versions. Keep your body aligned. From head to heels or head to knees in modified versions, maintain a straight line. Don't let your hips sag or rise. This protects your spine and improves efficiency. Mind your elbows. They should not flare too far out to the sides. Aim for about a 45-degree angle between your upper arms and your body. This positioning protects your shoulders and focuses the effort on your chest. Breathe correctly. Inhale as you lower your body and exhale as you push back up. Proper breathing adds stability and helps generate strength. Control each rep. Avoid rushing. A slow, controlled movement is always better and safer than quick, sloppy repetitions. Watch your head. One common mistake is allowing the head to move forward. Instead, keep your gaze just slightly ahead of your hands so your neck stays aligned with your spine. As for how many repetitions to do, the answer is start where you are. Maybe that means just 5 wall push-ups per set, or perhaps you can manage 10 knee push-ups. The important thing is to find that productive challenge, the point where you feel effort, but can still maintain good form. Rest for about 60 to 90 seconds between sets or longer if necessary. There's no rush. The key is to listen to your body. With consistency and patience, you'll start to experience that deeply rewarding feeling of progress. Suddenly, those first 5 difficult repetitions become easier. Then they turn into 10, then 12. And before you know it, you're confidently ready to move on to the next variation, a fresh challenge that once felt impossible. If the push-up is known as the king of upper body exercises, it's time to introduce the equivalent for the lower body. Let's talk about exercise 2 squats. Among all the exercises available, the squat is arguably the most direct reflection of our functional independence in everyday life. Think about it for a moment. How many times a day do you sit down and get back up from a chair, a couch, or the toilet? How often do you need to pick something up from the floor or lower yourself to reach a low shelf? This fundamental movement, so vital to maintaining our autonomy, often becomes compromised as we age unless we take deliberate action to preserve it. When you perform a squat, you engage the largest and strongest muscle groups in your entire body. These include the quadriceps at the front of your thighs, the hamstrings at the back, the gluteal muscles in your hips and buttocks, and the deep core muscles that stabilize your torso. This massive activation of muscle fibers stimulates your metabolism significantly. In simple terms, you burn more calories and improve your body composition, which means more lean muscle and less fat. But the benefits of squats extend far beyond appearance or calorie burn. Squats help strengthen the knee and hip joints, improving their resilience and stability. They also promote flexibility in the lower body, which tends to decrease significantly with age. Perhaps most importantly for individuals over 50, squats naturally stimulate the production of anabolic hormones, such as testosterone and growth hormone, key elements in maintaining and even building muscle mass. This is crucial because sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss, is one of the main reasons older adults lose mobility, strength, and independence. Regularly practicing squats helps fight this process by preserving not only muscle, but also bone density, another essential component of healthy aging and fall prevention. The squat at its core is a simple movement, bending the knees and hips to lower the body toward the floor, and then returning to the starting upright position. It may sound easy, and in essence it is, but just like the push-up, squats offer multiple variations that can be adapted to your current fitness level. If you're resuming physical activity after a long break, begin with the assisted squat. Stand in front of a sturdy chair or countertop and lightly hold on to it for balance. Perform the movement slowly and with control. There's no need to rush. This helps you build strength while staying safe. As your confidence and muscular control improve, transition to the bodyweight squat, where no support is used. Eventually, you can increase the challenge by holding light weights such as water bottles or even books. Simply increasing your number of repetitions is also an effective and safe way to progress. If you have knee sensitivity or past joint issues, a very gentle variation is the partial squat. Here you only descend as far as is comfortable. You don't have to go all the way down to where your thighs are parallel to the ground. As your strength and flexibility improve, you'll naturally be able to deepen the range of motion over time. Proper form and technique are essential. Start by placing your feet shoulder-width apart with toes pointing slightly outward. As you begin to lower your body, imagine you're sitting back into a chair placed behind you. This mental cue helps push your hips backward, which protects the knees and ensures a safe movement path. Keep your chest lifted, your eyes looking forward, and your spine in its natural curve, neither overly arched nor rigidly straight. Make sure your knees track in the same direction as your toes and do not collapse inward. If this happens, it's a sign that the muscles stabilizing your hips need more strengthening, which fortunately squats will help with over time. Another common mistake is allowing the heels to lift off the floor during the movement. This often indicates tightness in the ankles, and it can throw off your balance. If you find this happening, place a folded towel under your heels temporarily while also working on ankle mobility with stretching and flexibility exercises. Pay attention to your breathing. Inhale deeply as you lower yourself, allowing your abdomen to expand. Exhale with controlled effort as you rise. This technique, known as diaphragmatic breathing, improves oxygen flow to the muscles and helps stabilize the core and spine. Unlike push-ups, squats can generally be performed at a slightly higher volume since the leg muscles are naturally more resistant to fatigue. For older adults beginning their fitness journey, a good starting point is 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. As your endurance builds, you can gradually increase to 3 to 4 sets. Rest for 90 to 180 seconds between sets, depending on your cardiovascular fitness and how intensely the previous set felt. Always prioritize quality of movement over quantity, and remember your progress is measured not just by numbers, but by how you feel in daily life. Don't be surprised if you feel your heart racing and your breathing intensifying after completing a set of squats. You may even find yourself needing a longer rest between sets. That's perfectly normal, and in fact, it's one of the major benefits of this exercise. Squats are not only great for strengthening your legs, but they also contribute significantly to your cardiorespiratory health. With regular practice, you'll notice more than just stronger leg muscles. Everyday tasks like climbing stairs, standing up from low seats, or picking something up off the floor begin to feel noticeably easier. It's as if your body starts to remember how to move efficiently and confidently again. By combining the squat with the first exercise we covered, the push-up, you're already working a substantial portion of your body's muscular system. But there's still a crucial piece missing: the core. The central region of the body needs focused strengthening, especially as we age. Before we introduce the third and final exercise that targets this essential area, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Staying connected to science-based, trustworthy information is one of the best ways to stay consistent, motivated, and safe as you build a stronger, more resilient body. Now let's move on to exercise 1, planks. First, let's clarify a common misconception. The core is not just about the visible six-pack abs we often see in magazines. The core is a much more complex system of muscles. It includes the transverse abdominis, a deep abdominal muscle, the obliques on the sides of your torso, the muscles in your lower back, your diaphragm, and even elements of the hip musculature. These muscles work together in harmony to stabilize the spine transfer force between the upper and lower body and allow us to move safely in any direction. With age, we often lose tone in these deep core muscles. This decline is directly related to common issues such as chronic lower back pain, poor balance, and even urinary incontinence. The plank is a powerful tool to reverse this weakening. It teaches your body to resist movement and stabilize the spine in a neutral, safe position. This ability to hold and support the spine is absolutely essential for injury prevention and overall spinal health. But the benefits of the plank extend far beyond just a stronger midsection. You'll also likely notice improvements in your posture, a reduction in back discomfort, better balance, and even enhanced performance in other exercises like squats and push-ups. Everything becomes more stable, more controlled. The basic version of the plank is performed by getting into a position similar to the start of a push-up, but with your forearms on the ground instead of your hands. Your elbows should be directly below your shoulders, your feet about hip-width apart, and your body forming a straight line from head to heels. It might sound simple, But try holding that position for 30 seconds and you'll quickly realize how effective it is. As with any exercise, we have excellent variations for beginners. You can start with your knees on the ground, which significantly reduces the amount of load on your core. Or you can perform a standing version, leaning your forearms against a wall or sturdy table similar to the wall push-up adaptation. Correct form is critical to gaining the benefits while avoiding injury. Keep the spine in a neutral alignment, not overly arched or rigidly straight. This should resemble the natural posture you would have while standing tall with good posture. Now engage your core consciously. Don't simply hold the position, activate it. Imagine drawing your belly button slightly in toward your spine, but do so without holding your breath. This small effort makes a big difference. Avoid elevating your shoulders toward your ears. That's a common reaction to tension, but it takes the work away from the core and may cause discomfort in the neck. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your neck aligned, and breathe steadily. Many people make the mistake of letting their hips drop toward the floor, which puts pressure on the lower back. Others raise their hips too high, which reduces the effectiveness of the core work. Both errors shift the load away from where it should be and can lead to poor results or discomfort. Unlike push-ups or squats, which are counted in repetitions, the plank is an isometric exercise, meaning it focuses on holding a position. So we measure it in time, not reps. For beginners, start with 3 sets of 10 to 20 seconds, resting for 45 to 75 seconds between each set. As you build endurance, gradually increase the duration to 30, 45, or even 60 seconds per set. So now we have 3 foundational movements: the push-up, the squat, and the plank. Organizing these into a smart weekly routine is the key to achieving results safely and consistently. After 50, our bodies take a bit longer to recover, so we must respect that rhythm. Here's a balanced weekly routine to get you started Monday. Begin with a 5-minute warm-up, light walking, or joint mobility exercises. Do 3 sets of push-ups, choosing the variation that suits your level. Follow with 3 sets of squats. Then perform 2 sets of planks, ending with gentle stretches to relax the body. Tuesday, an active recovery day. A 20 to 30-minute walk at a moderate pace or light flexibility and mobility exercises are perfect. These recovery days are just as important as your workout days. Wednesday warm-up, similar to Monday. Start with 3 sets of squats, possibly increasing the reps slightly from Monday. Then do 3 sets of planks, aiming to hold a little longer. Finish with 2 sets of push-ups. Since the core is heavily engaged during the planks, we slightly reduce the push-up volume. Thursday, another active recovery day like Tuesday. These days support your joint circulation and long-term consistency. Friday, warm up for 7 to 8 minutes to prepare the body. Then move into a circuit-style session. Perform 1 set each of push-ups, squats, and planks with minimal rest between them. Repeat the circuit 3 times. This method adds a mild cardiovascular challenge and keeps the workout engaging. Finish the session with stretching and deep breathing. This simple weekly structure targets all major muscle groups, supports mobility, builds cardiovascular strength, and allows for proper recovery, everything that supports healthy, active aging. If you enjoyed this routine and want to learn more about isometric positions that can strengthen and heal your body, regardless of age, we prepared a special video just for you. It's appearing on your screen right now. Click to discover some of the best isometric exercises for every part of the body. Thank you for staying with us through this entire journey. Keep showing up, keep moving forward, and as always, may God bless you, my friend.